Hello everybody, welcome back, Jeff, Mindcrack. Here we go. Basically, after the last episode, I had a few people with some suggestions. Two suggestions in particular that I would like to explore further that could fix my woes. And unfortunately, a couple people both suggested the same things, both of these suggestions, so I don't have the names in front of me, but you'll know who you are. The first suggestion I want to look at to see if this works, because of the fact, now I'm talking about my piston problem here, actually. And so, to recap, somebody asked what I'm trying to do. I'm making an automated potion dispenser. Basically, I'm going to have different items in these different frames. Let me go see if I can find some of the items that I need for potion making. Spider is going to be an extra potential item. I need pufferfish, a golden carrot, a rabbit's foot. I'm doing some of the base ingredients. So we'll put a pufferfish in one, a melon in one, a carrot in one. Granted, these will change. I do need a rabbit's foot, which I don't have. I'll put raw mutton in place of that one for now. A blaze rod, things like that. I'm going to see, what am I going to want most of? Probably glistering melon, carrot, sugar. So let's go like boop, boop. Boop. Look, I get some arrows back from this as well. So if I did this, and I did something like melon, carrot. So melon, carrot, rabbit's foot, pufferfish. Let's see, I need a gas tier, blaze powder, sugar. I can go get all these things to make it look a little bit better, so you guys understand what is going on here. Sugar. I don't have a gas tier or blaze powder on me. I might have. I can get some blaze powder. I can get a gas tier. I mean, that will go with. What am I missing though? Sugar, gas tier, blaze powder, and magma cream. Okay, so those are the three that I would be missing. But for example, this is what these things would look like. Essentially. Not perfectly, but we'll rearrange them at some point. And what I would do is, because this is not going to work, I need nether warts. This. Essentially something like this. So basically it's an automated potion brewer. So I'm going to have, let's say the arrow here is pointing to my watermelon. Watermelon makes the potion of healing. Landed to be glistering melon. So it makes a potion of healing. So if I look back here, based on the direction of this arrow, you just heard a thing go. Direction of this arrow, this first item here is going to be where I store my watermelon. The second item would be where I store my carrots. And see, now this one is lit up. It's the next one that's lit up. So, I got pufferfish in there. So I'll just move that one over to pufferfish and make the third one where I put my carrots. Granted, like I said, they would be glistering carrots. They would not be. Where'd my pufferfish go? There you are, pufferfish. Boom. So it's essentially like this. Then I go to the next one, which would be my rabbit's foot, which would be contained within this vessel. Let's try to get this a little bit more organized, etc., down the line. They would eventually spit out the proper ingredient into this final hopper. Let me get this thing emptied. This one is supposed to have my nether wart in it. So what should happen is, on the click of a button, I would like, it's probably got lots of nether wart in it. I would like, initially this dispenser is going to fire, because it's going to fire my nether wart, because my nether wart is going to be the base potion for pretty much everything. Then it would follow down this hopper line. What's going to happen is one of these dispensers is going to be triggered up into this hopper line. The hopper line is going to automatically take the ingredients down here and then drop them in the top, hopefully after the nether wart, so that they will be like in queue for the next ingredients. All based on redstone signal pulse strength, using this as a selector pad to do it. Now the problem I was running into, as you guys know, is if I went to like the carrot, you can see it's clicked. I hit the button to brew the potions. This thing stays up. It stays powered. It should down here, however. I should have my... oh, I turned that into a switch. I don't know why I did that. Oh, because I was testing some stuff. So if I grab some redstone as well. One of these has redstone in it. There we go. Redstone. And we will do that again. Because there's probably... in this hopper. There's a carrot sitting here, but the carrot doesn't actually go into the brewing stand. But the carrot made it down there where it was supposed to. See, I have like the carrot selected. I'm going to hit this button again. Actually, nothing probably happened that time, huh? And that is essentially the problem of, since I hit the carrot again, this thing was still up. It did not dispense me another carrot. If I cycle this thing all the way around, you just heard the piston go off. It's because I took the power away. So now we have nothing in my brewing stand. I hit the button. I got my nether warts in here. My carrots in waiting. But if I hit it once more, what'll happen is I'll get a nether wart in here again, because the nether wart fired off of this piston. However, there's no carrot in the waiting because this block stayed powered because of the way the pistons work. Now, that being said, I've been toying with this for a while, and two suggestions came to mind. One of them I really, really like because it's the fact of it's like a simplistic way of thinking that I'm surprised I didn't come up with, but it's the way I would normally have thought about things, but I didn't, and you guys told me, and I think this is a great idea. They said, what's happening is the top of this block is staying powered, which is powering the piston, so there's no way to just pulse the piston back down, but they said, if you drop your pistons down by one block, which I'll have to power them differently then put on top of... oh, crap. I'm going to have to... that's fine. I got to get rid of this anyway. So I'm going to re-put this layer of pistons in here. Sticky pistons. God, I love this idea. It's so simple, and I'm so curious if it's actually going to work. And I'm going to need to go get some more food. But boom, 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 boom. Yeah, just like that. I do need to, unfortunately, drop all these back down as well, so that these things actually get power. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this works, because I'm just so curious and intrigued by this whole concept. Boom, boom, and this way. So now all my pistons should power properly. Yep, all the pistons power properly. And all that's happening with the pistons that power is it's putting through a signal to the hopper, or to the dispenser is what it's doing. So I would then cover these up. And now this, in theory, will do nothing because it's not going to, it should still push them up and pull them back. Okay, perfect. So the meat and potatoes of this suggestion was just make the signal be farther away by putting a row of either sand or gravel on, not sandstone, or gravel on top of these pistons. Some of each there. I don't want to just use one. Am I out of sand? I might be out of sand. And gravel. Oh, that would be unfortunate if I couldn't even show this thing off because I was out of gravel. Andesite. Are you kidding me? I thought I had a bunch of sand in one of these things. Sandstone. Sand. There we go. Okay. So now what should happen if I put this sand here? And God, the suggestion is it's so beautiful. So what should happen now is when I hit a button, pistons will move up. They will move up the cobblestone block, which will then move up the sand. And then when they retract, nothing's powering the piston itself. So it should fall back down, and the sand should still transmit the signal through to the hopper and then reset itself. Let's see. What's in this hopper? Nothing. Let's just see if it works. Though I'm going to have a lot of nether wart in the waiting over here. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know why this is these are facing the wrong way though. Probably because when I was messing with this stuff, I taken them off. So when all is said and done with these, they will have to be facing a proper direction. So let's make sure I get them facing the proper way. Hoppers. This is so brilliant, and I don't know, oops, how I didn't even think of it. It looks kind of sleek too. Now get the nether wart out, so the whole system is empty. Let's put all my nether wart back in. So now in theory, if I go hit my watermelon, what I should have is a nether wart and a watermelon in the waiting for the brewing stand. Oh my god. I could hit it again. Did I forget to get it out of there? My nether wart's in there. Or did it actually double trigger? Hold on a second here. Oh, it's empty. Let me try that again. One melon, 2 nether wart because I hit the thing twice. So if I do it once more, should get another wart, a melon. Oh my. So let's take this thing out of here. Move over to the pufferfish. Nether wart. Okay, I think I see the problem. I think this is kind of problematic. Maybe not. 1. No, it seems right. I was wondering if it was maybe double firing. So let's make sure this thing is empty. There's my carrot. My pufferfish must be empty. Got lots of nether wart stacking up here. Pufferfish back in there. I have to keep these things full, and that's going to be interesting, but... Beautiful. This is brilliant. Brilliant to just use sand or gravel. I negated the whole problem that I was having. Now, the other suggestion that I had run into, which I don't know if I want to tear this whole thing down, but I do want to give it its due diligence of testing. But it was to utilize pistons on the upper half instead of the lower half. Do I have a shovel on me? I do. A very brief moment with the shovel. So we know this works, and this is probably the design I will end up going with just because I find it kick-ass. What I want to see is if I get rid of all this stuff. This pick seems to be working so slow. People said that if you... This thing doesn't break hardly like any faster at all with that, whatever. They basically said if you move the pistons to be on the upper portion, so the pistons themselves would actually have to be on this block, I believe. Let me see if this is right. Now, something that I did not know, and this is more using understanding of Minecraft mechanics as opposed to just like the, logic, and I look at a situation and say, knowing what I know about how everything just works on a regular basis, not the fancy way that things work, what could I do to fix this? And apparently when you go from the bottom and power the piston. It also takes the power, looks at power from the block above it to see if the piston is powered or not, which is what makes the bud switches work. It's a glitch, I guess, initially on when it first was invented or first happened, and it was something that people originally wanted fixed, and they didn't want fixed because they realized all of the extra power that it had with it with the bud switches. But I guess if you go upside down, it doesn't work that way. So if I were to move this signal from down here, instead of being down, being up, essentially I need to move all of these. I don't even know if I can actually do this because I need to. Oh, those. Why did I just get rid of those? Those still need to be there. So this is how I need to power this guy. Oh, so this would not work in my setup actually, because it would start getting power from those. Interesting. Nope, that would cause burnout. That would cause a problem. And now it's burned out. Can I fix it again, or do I have to? Okay, you can go back and fix it. So yeah, and the way that I have this set up, so let's try to design this outside somewhere because I'm curious on something. It looks like we will be going with that very first thought process that I just explained. So thank you guys who made that suggestion to me. The couple people that did. Brilliant. That is what I will be going with. It is amazing, simplistic. I mean, just the way that it's like an engineering mindset. The way it gets thought about is just like, let's look at what we have. Let's look at what we're missing and what we should. There we go. And what we can, how easily can we fix this? And boom, that is like the easy way to fix this. But let's take a look at it over here because I'm really curious how that works. So the concept is that if a piston is here, we got a block above it. If so, let's say like, well, not like that actually. If I were to put a redstone torch here, and then trigger this. Oh, that's not going to actually trigger. I would need to put a redstone torch. Need a lever, actually. Probably, but whatever. Redstone torch here. Just got it making a mess over here. So we're going to force power into this block right here. So nothing happens now, but if I trigger this guy, which we will do with, we'll go make another button real quick. Stone. Here we go. Button. So this is more me thinking through how this all works based on your suggestions, and we now have a way to move forward. Well, that was weird. That must have somehow taken the... Huh. Don't quite know how that works. So let's... Well, I'll take a button like this. Redstone. We'll go like this. So this is completely just acting as a bud switch. Is all I've made right here. Is straight up a bud switch. So that must be what's happening. Oh, it's because this block, it's powered. It is the one above the piston. It's powering this. Okay. So yeah. Essentially what happened was we made a bud switch. However, let me see. With a piston on the ceiling. Well, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be on the ceiling. Piston here. I wanted to push a block that power wants to travel through on this plane. So if I had boom, 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 and it wants to travel through this plane to light up a glowstone lamp or something sitting around. Probably not. I have like 1 or 2 glowstone lamps around. I just look for something to click. We'll listen for this dropper to click. So if I were to put this here, if I were to use my button that's on the ground, oh my god. Did you hear that? Oh, this didn't actually power through. It needs to be down 1 block. This is all just for the due diligence of my knowledge and my understanding of this system. Okay, so when it goes down, it's actually not pushing the power through there. Oh, it needs to be directly powering this block with a repeater. I think I had it right. I just need a repeater. There we go. So now it's directly powering this block. It's going through. Well, in theory, I could do it like this as well. Oh, so you know it won't even... Oh, it won't go because of... There we go. Off, on. So that would be a way to make a double tick. Probably could have made my redstone contraption over there a lot easier. Let's get rid of this and set this back up like I thought. So this would be basically taking the design I had over there on the potion brewer, turn it upside down, and this is what you would end up with. And it does. It retracts. Oh my god. So 2 suggestions that would have fixed this. Both are completely accurate. One would be to flip it around, have my pistons come from the top instead of from the bottom. Wow, I cannot believe that. Because otherwise it would be... Because the exact problem what we're running into right now is this, and I can easily show this still with this setup. So this is literally just inverting it. And what happens is when I hit this button, it takes power and it transmits it down to the piston, but when you do it from the other direction, it does not, which was the whole problem that I was running into with this piston setup, and you guys definitely came through in a pinch, told me exactly ways that I can get this thing fixed and working, which are completely both accurate and wonderful. I am going to go with the sand one. For space constraints, as we just saw with the space, it doesn't work the other direction, and I think it's so cool and so simple yet complex at the same time. I don't want to downplay it and say that it's simple, but it truly is an extremely simple solution. Vex would be proud of you guys. He was so intrigued by this whole thing. Now I just need to get it so I can move this whole setup so that I would have to actually, I'm going to reroute this this wire that fires this piston, or even turn this dispenser around and have it be right over here instead, as long as I can get it powered. And I want somehow this whole system to be moved so that the stand itself is like sitting here on the wall, which is going to be something possible. I might have to move the whole thing, which would not be difficult to do at this point. Well, I can't really move the whole thing. I would have to move... I don't know exactly how I'm gonna get it to move, but I can get it to move. It's nothing to worry about. I can get it to happen. Then what I need to do is I need to add a modifier section over probably here where this door is, if I can have space still because of all this stuff, or even it might go on the other side and have it be like just an on-off switch for if you want to add glowstone, redstone, or a fermented spider eye, I think are the only modifiers. And the fermented spider eye, I might not even do, because fermented spider eyes go for potions of invisibility. Everything else that you had a fermented spider eye it makes a negative potion effect. Like if you add a fermented spider eye to healing, it becomes harming. If you add it to swiftness, it becomes slowness. And I don't need those for myself. That'd be kind of funny to go start battling people on the server in a PvP style and have slowness potions going on everybody. But this thing, I can't believe it, is not going to work. I made it completely wrong. You guys are probably wondering if I was going to let this go. I need to put one more layer on top. Otherwise, we'd run into the same problem we had. But it's great to know both the concept of the bud switch as well as how this sand and gravel can make the system work exactly like I wanted it to in the first place. Get out of here, nether wart. Nether wart. Pufferfish. Stop it. Stop it. Ugh. Nether warts. Pufferfish carrots. Yes. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. I do not want to broadcast. No, thank you.